The International Court of Justice (ICJ) has delivered its decision on South Africa's request for provisional measures against Israel over concerns of a genocide in Gaza, most notably to order a ceasefire and to let Palestinians return to their homes. The court decided it has jurisdiction to examine the case, despite procedural issues in the lawsuit's submission, which were raised by the defense. Taking note of the October 7 assault on Israel and hostage-taking which started the war, the amount of death, destruction and displacement, the humanitarian conditions in the Gaza Strip and disturbing quotes from Israeli officials, the court concluded there is plausible basis to investigate whether some of Israel's actions fall within the scope of the Genocide Convention. The statement clarified this decision relates to provisional measures and not the merits of the allegations. The court stated it has the right to determine its own provisional measures and issued the following orders to Israel, in relations to Palestinians in the Gaza Strip. 1. The State of Israel shall, in accordance with its obligations under the Convention on the Prevention and Punishment of the Crime of Genocide, take all measures within its power to prevent the commission of all acts within the scope of Article 2 of this Convention. 2. The State of Israel shall ensure with immediate effect that its military does not commit any acts described in the point above. 3. Take all measures within its power to prevent and punish the direct and public incitement to commit genocide. 4. Take immediate and effective measures to enable the provision of urgently needed basic services and humanitarian assistance to address the adverse conditions of life. 5. Take effective measures to prevent the destruction and ensure the preservation of evidence related to these allegations. 6. Submit a report to the court on all measures taken to give effect to this order within 1 month as from the date of this order. The court additionally demanded the immediate release of Israeli hostages, without conditions. Crucially, there was no order for Israel to cease operations in Gaza. The decision didn't address Hamas conduct since their murderous rampage, specifically their part in endangering and killing Palestinian civilians, and there was no mention of Israel's duties to prevent and punish the genocide of Israelis. In response, several Israeli politicians expressed outrage at the court's willingness to proceed with the case. Legal experts in Israel suggested that this was the best realistic outcome, emphasizing that Israel is already in compliance with the court's orders. Israeli officials have previously stated that their capacity to inspect consignments going into the Gaza Strip exceeds the UN's distribution capabilities, while Hamas is also stealing aid for its own use or to be sold for profit. Prime Minister Netanyahu instructed his coalition to avoid interviews regarding the court's decisions, as he knows that in a televised battle of wits, most of them are unarmed or reckless. However, the looming accusation over Israel, potentially lasting for years before a verdict, is expected to have a significant public and political impact. South Africa, Hamas, and other critics of Israel have hailed the decision as a victory since the case wasn't thrown out and could be used as another tool to delegitimize Israel and isolate it on the world stage. To unbiased observers, this could be seen as a non-ruling ruling, allowing both sides to claim success while changing nothing, although the fact terrorist organizations are celebrating the announcement should raise concern. In a related development, UNRWA released a statement acknowledging evidence provided by Israel of multiple employees' involvement in the October 7 terror attack. Most of their contracts were terminated, and an investigation has been initiated. This development holds significance for the case, given UNRWA's purported role in documenting and testifying to UN bodies about alleged Israeli wrongdoings. Several countries have suspended their funding to the UN agency.